Hi, I'm Randy Phillips. Thank you for joining us on Backstage with Randy Phillips. I want you to give us a 5-star review. 5, nothing less than 5. Now, come on. 5-star review. I want you to rate the show, and then I want you to subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. Man, am I excited today. I have the incredible Mike Goodwin. Hi, Mike.
How you doing, Pastor?
Welcome to Backstage.
Oh, man, thanks for having me.
I love your comedy. You are the comedy king of Christian.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you are. I believe
appreciate
you are.
it.
You know how when you're online, whatever you view, it sends you 400 of them.
Right.
So I get 400 of your reels every day.
My algorithm has been going crazy. People have been telling me I just am showing up in their feed.
It's unbelievable, and I love all of them. I'm going to talk about a couple of them. The whole bow tie comedy, the bow tie thing.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
So when I first started, I was 28 when I got started. And I knew that to stand out in comedy, you got to do something a little bit different than everybody else. And one of the things that it was a natural fit for me was I was a guy that liked dressing up. I was a guy that liked being dapper. So I initially, people don't know this, my first time on stage, I wore an ascot. I did. I was almost ascot comedy.
Ascot comedy.
But I sweat too much. And that little scarf slides.
You slide.
You got to tie it tight. So I'm a profuse sweater.
Yeah.
We said, hey, this is not gonna work. Then I was like, okay, I'll just rock the bow ties, and it was natural. And I was thinking I want to differentiate myself from the crowd.
Yeah.
And I think that was especially the bow tie back then, because now bow ties are pretty commonplace. But when I started, people weren't wearing bow ties, and then the few people that they were very expensive. So it's like, people were like, oh, I want a bow tie, and then you go and look to buy one. It's like, oh, I'm not paying that. But now they're in Ross, now they're in TJ Maxx.
Yeah.
But it worked. And
it does work.
It works.
You look good in it, too.
I appreciate it.
I've worn a bow tie. I didn't look so good.
Yeah, everybody didn't do it well.
Thing is crooked and all sliding around.
And the bow ties took some hits, like Pee Wee Herman. Peewee. He messed the bow tie up, man.
He messed it up. But you redeemed it.
I redeemed the time.
I appreciate that.
I've taken with the cackle worm.
Yeah. When did you know you were funny? You're just so funny. When did you know, like, I think this could be something?
I knew those two things were separate. So I knew I was funny. I was raised in a very difficult family. Like, we had a very dysfunctional home. My mother was a believer. My dad was not, alcoholic. So they would argue. And I'm the oldest of 3. And I remember being about 8 years old. And my parents got into this argument. It got physical. My dad left the house. And my first thing was like, man, I want to make my mom laugh. Like, I just was like, I couldn't do anything physically. Yep. There was really nothing that I had the ability to do in myself. And then I just had a thought like, hey, man, make your mom laugh. And I did some silly thing. And she laughed. And it like broke the tension. And my brothers and sisters, they laughed. So I put it in my mind, like, anytime my parents would get into an argument, I would do my stuff. Yeah. And that's kind of where it started.
Wow. Was there a point where in your being, before your comedic rise, was there a point where it was like, I think I might could do this? Yeah.
What was interesting, I saw comedy going from being a liability to an asset when I became an adult. Like, when I was young, my comedy got me in a lot of trouble. Like, I was constantly doing things, saying things that adults were displeased with. They
like,
just not
in school?
In school, at home, at church, like, it didn't stop. Like, the most common phrase I would hear an adult tell me is, you a trip. Like the whole, you a trip. Just everything's funny to you, huh? Everything's a joke, Mr. Goodwin. Everything's a joke.
Everything's a joke.
And so I heard that for a long time. Then I became an adult, and then people were just so complimentary of my sense of humor. They were like, "Oh my goodness, I enjoy being around you." And it was like, "Wait a minute, man, this is the same thing that used to get me in trouble." The way I got into doing stand-up, it was at my church. So we had a comedian, a guy by the name of Akintunde Warnock. He was a secular comic.
Wait, what's his name?
Akintunde Warnock. That's his stage name is Akintunde. And he's not from Nigeria. He's not from Lagos.
What in the
He's
world?
from Savannah, Georgia.
Oh my Lord.
So people think that he's an African. He's from Savannah, Georgia. Akintunde. And then sometimes people confuse me with Akintunde. They're like, Akintunde, good to see you. I'm like, I'm not Akintunde. So he was a guy that was in the in entertainment. But he was doing the type of comedy he wouldn't, it wasn't pleasing to God. He didn't like what he was saying on stage. So he gave his life to the Lord and joined our church. And we were just serving in the media ministry.
Yeah.
So I would just run ideas by him. Like, hey, man, you ever thought about this? I think one of the first ones I remember, like, hey, man, what's up with mini M&Ms? There's nothing funny. Nothing fun. What is fun size? What's up with fun size? There's nothing fun about eating 5 M&Ms. So that was like one of my first little jokes. And so I would run those, ideas by him. And then finally one day he stopped me and said, hey, look, man, this is some good material that you're sharing. He said, I'm going to give you 2 options. He said, I can do this material and I'm going to keep all the money. Or you can do the material and you can keep all the money. I was like, I like that second option. I like that second option.
Second one.
So I did it. I did a New Year's Eve service at our church.
Okay.
It was a surprise. I went up. I did 7 minutes. I crushed. Standing ovation. People loved it. Then I bombed for the next 2 years.
Oh, man.
I was not good for a long time. I could write, but my performance was very bad. And now I think since then, I've become a much better performer.
You got it now. Your influences as a comedian, was it Cosby and some of those guys?
All those guys. I mean, I'm a big Cosby guy.
Me too.
Big Seinfeld guy. Yeah. There's a guy by the name of Bernie Mac that I love.
Oh, I love Bernie.
I love.
Now, Bernie.
He's not clean.
I watch about 5 minutes. Like, oh, Bernie.
You got to watch Bernie's TV show.
Yeah, TV.
The Bernie Mac show. That stand up.
Now, did you ever meet Bernie?
I didn't. I never met him.
What about the kings of comedy? You met any of those guys?
I think I've met Cedric the Entertainer.
I like Cedric.
Have I met Steve Harvey? I didn't meet Steve Harvey, but he recently talked about me on his radio show. Yeah. They were picking, this was after the NFL draft. So on this show, they were like, hey, let's draft some comedians. And Steve was like, hey, man, I like this guy. He wears suits and a bow tie. He didn't know my name. He was just like, dark-skinned guy with glasses. And somebody must have pulled it up. And it was like, Mike Jr.? No, not that guy. Mike Goodwin. Mike Goodwin. So, yeah, he just mentioned me. I don't think I've ever, I haven't met Steve.
So, comedy is such a, well, first of all, let me talk about your family. You got a beautiful wife.
Right.
And what's her name?
My wife is Rosa. We'll be married 25 years in August.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes, sir.
Man, that's great.
25 years.
And you've got 2 kids.
My daughter, 18, Gabrielle. She just graduated from high school. And then I have the boy, I call him.
The boy.
Michael.
Now, is he funny?
He is funny. He's funny.
Do you say, you just a trip?
I don't.
Everything funny to you, Mr.
Everything
Goodwin.
funny. You think everything funny?
Everything funny, Mr. Goodwin.
I shake my head more at him than anything.
So he's got that thing?
He does. I don't know if he wants to use it, but it's in there.
It's in there.
So let me we'll probably do this tonight, but so recently, this is my son. So my son has a buddy at church, and they was on spring break. So he's supposed to go over to his buddy's house and hang out. Well, his buddy dad calls. My wife said, hey, I'm gonna call him Marcus because I don't want to say his real name, but Marcus is not having any company. He's arguing with his mom, he's fussing with his brothers and sisters. So my wife's like, cool. And before his dad gets off the phone, he's like, well, I need to let you know, Marcus and Michael, my son, have been gambling. This is what he tells my wife. I'm in the living room. I don't even know what's going on. So my wife's like, okay, thank you for that information. She immediately starts reading my son the riot act. I'm like, this is not a game. This is serious. You're going to be homeless. Like, she just goes 100 miles an hour. So I'm on the phone in the living room. I'm like, hey, man, let me call you back. I think my services are needed.
Something going on.
Happening. Man, I go in the kitchen. She is, my son just like looking. And I'm like, what's going on? So she tells me the story. And I'm thinking, like, gambling, that's a big word.
Yeah,
like, come on, man. Like, gambling? So I'm like, hey, man, how much money did you bet, right? Mm-hmm. My son says he paid me $10. I was like, I don't like that answer. That's $10. That's not the answer that I asked, right? So my wife she goes back. See, this is what I'm talking about. First is 10. This is gonna be a house note. Like it's out of control. You shouldn't be doing this, betting on these games. And my son finally like, I wasn't betting on a game. And so now we both like, well, what were you betting on?
Yeah. My
son says we were in church.
Uh-oh.
They had an altar call.
You betting on the altar call?
A little boy walks up to the altar. Marcus turns to my son and says, I bet you $10 that when the pastor touches his head, he'll fall. My wife starts crying, laughing, like uncontrollably. I'm a comedian. I've never seen my wife laugh that hard. I'm like,
she don't laugh that way with you.
I know. I'm like, get it together, man. We are parents.
This is a discipline moment.
This is a moment. Like, she had to leave the room. She leaves the room. My son says, I told Marcus he's not going to fall because this is an altar call. People don't normally fall at an altar call. They fall at healing services. This is my son. So I'm trying to hold it together. And I'm like, son, are you betting on altar calls, man?
So he won.
He won his $10.
So the boy fell or didn't fall?
The boy did not fall.
He didn't fall.
He didn't fall. The guy gave him $10. And then now Marcus kept trying to make more bets to win his money back.
Yeah, I see.
And so we get a phone call about that.
Be sure and tell your son to pay tithes on his winnings.
So this is that's a kicker. So the following week we do what we call Super Seed Sunday, like this big fundraising moment at our church, faith-filled moment where families will pledge, a certain amount. So we have the leaders go first, and then they pledge, and then the congregation pledges. So we wrapping this thing up. It's almost finished. Nobody's got the mics on both sides. Nobody's in the mic. Well, my mom, it's me, my son, and my mom sitting together. My mom gives my son $40. Said, go and make a pledge.
Yeah.
So pastor's kind of wrapping it up, but then my son comes down and like, oh, we got one more. My son gets to the mic and says, Michael Goodwin, $40,000. Oh, I'm sorry. $40.
Oh Lord! I bet
this is my son. Everybody look. The whole church turns to me.
Let her look.
The pastor's like, can we make this good, Brother Goodwin? Are you gonna make this good?
Yeah.
I was like,
the second one,
son, sit down. 40,000. I'm sorry. 40,000.
Yeah, he got it. He's got the gene.
Church laugh. I mean, it's exploded.
Yeah, he got it.
It's a serious moment.
It's a serious moment, Mr.
This
Goodwin.
dude up here, Michael Goodwin, 40,000. I'm sorry. $40.
That pastor was about to start running.
Oh man,
he was to start running.
This is what we needed.
You wasn't gonna catch him.
I agree with your faith. I was like, what?
Yeah, your boys got it.
I'm like, son, where did it come from? You had 220s.
Where you get that?
40,000. So that's my son. Like
I think someday maybe he opens for you. Does he open for you?
He doesn't. He hasn't. He hadn't even said that that's his deal. He's a photographer guy. Like he likes video graphics and editing.
Maybe
and
next tour you say, I'm going to give you 5 minutes.
go up and do your thing.
7 minutes. Better be good.
Yeah, I talk a lot about it in my set. So.
Yeah. Oh, I love your stuff. Clean. You know, comedy, we talked about a couple of your, you know, the people that influenced you.
Yeah.
Some of their comedy is like, Lord, have mercy.
Right.
Have you ever watched your child struggle with making the right choice? I know I have. And that's one of the reasons I wrote Guppy and the Silvery Hook. It started as a story I used to tell my daughters at bedtime. And now I share it with my grandkids. It's about Guppy, a curious little fish who has to learn the importance of listening, trusting, and making wise choices when temptation comes swimming his way. The story is fun, beautifully illustrated, and your kids will love it. But even more, it opens the door for important conversations between you and your children. Conversations about wisdom, trust, and learning from mistakes. I'd love for you to experience Guppy and the Silvery Hook with your family. You can grab your copy today on Amazon. Start a storytime tradition your kids will remember and one that points them toward making wise choices for life. So, clean is important to you because of your faith or just your...
Yeah, it's all of that, right?
Yeah.
It's who I am. It's pretty... I say often, I'm just on stage a more amplified version of myself. Like, that's a good representation of who I am. I'm not... There's some comedians that's an act or like they're putting on a persona. Like, no, this is who I am.
Yeah.
The stuff that I'm sharing is rooted in truth. Now I may embellish and, you know, do a couple of little things. Like I may say somebody's my uncle and it's really my brother because I don't want to smoke.
Right.
But for the most part, I'm legitimately giving you perspectives from my life. So yeah, my faith is huge. Like I remember going to a comedy show before I was doing comedy. I used to work at this college, and we had homecoming event, and they brought this comedian that was at the time pretty, big time. If I said his name, everybody know who he is. But on television, he had a clean persona. Like he was on Saturday Night Live showing all his skits were fun, lighthearted. Then he had like a sitcom where he was a TV dad, and so they was like, "Hey, let's bring this guy to this homecoming thing." And that guy came, and it was the dirtiest show. No. I'm talking about out of the gate. Like, and I'm talking about there's dirty. He was like dirty. Oh. And my wife and I were there, and I just remember driving home like silent, like crickets. Like, oh, we gotta go home and take a shower. Like it was so bad. Oh. But I thought about that when I started doing stand up. And I said, man, I never want a couple to leave my show and that be the experience that they had. I want them saying, which one's your favorite one? Or, man, that guy's funny. I'm so glad we did this type thing. So I was very intentional about being a comedian that's a Christian. Because sometimes when you put Christian in front of stuff, people try to belittle it and make it inferior. And I'm like, I want to be as good as any comic that you people are watching. Exactly. Like I want my name to be in the same conversations.
And you are.
And that's what I desire. Because sometimes, especially when you talk about some of my peers in clean Christian, when it's not going well, they won't share their testimony. It was like, hey, man, they didn't bring you here to share your testimony. They brought you here for some
we need to laugh.
Yeah, we didn't fly you here.
we want to laugh.
We can get you a hotel room to share your testimony. You could have drove over here to do that.
Yeah,
right?
you can drive.
We want some jokes, right?
Well, my dad always told me, he said, son, I sing a little bit. He said, son, if your sermon's not going well, just break into song. So, Mike, I sing a lot. A lot.
The songs are more forgiving than the testimony.
So, the whole touring thing, you like touring? I think you've been out for 2 weeks now.
I have.
I saw your bus pull up.
Yes,
Beautiful
sir.
bus.
Yes, sir.
You like this life?
I typically am not doing buses. Like if I'm touring, I'm flying in on a Friday night and I'm home Sunday morning.
Okay.
So my turnaround is pretty quick.
Okay.
Even if I'm going on a Friday, I'm back by Sunday type thing, or by Monday. So that I like that type.
Me too.
I don't like those long stretches.
Man, I got
a wife, man. And then the guys I'm on a tour with, this is their first tour bus.
Oh, it is.
So I've been like, man, hey man, I get it. Like I just want to be home. Like so, we sleeping in a little coffin. You pull your little curtain.
I don't like that.
You bouncing around.
Yeah. Can you sleep on those buses?
I fall asleep because I was in the Army, so
that's right.
That set me up for the rest. I could do anything.
Sleep anywhere.
I could do pretty much after those 4 years.
The thing about the buses, what I get nervous about is I can sleep pretty good because of the rhythm of the rolling, the tires, and all that. But the bathroom situation throwed me a little bit. You can do
some
light stuff.
You can't do the big stuff.
But you can't. But I never know, like, well, what happens if
you got to do the big stuff?
Yeah. So I guess you just go up, so pull over somebody.
Yeah, you got to pull over, or you got to, you got to have your times. You got to say, okay, I'm not getting back on that bus until.
Got to happen here. So, you were in the Army 12 years.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for serving.
Yeah, yes, sir. So I did 4 years active right out of high school.
My goodness.
Then I went to college, but I was in the reserves at the same time. So I did probably about 8 years in the reserves in ROTC, and I did the 4 active.
My goodness. Did you go on tours? Did you have tours?
I went to Korea, was my first. I spent a year in Korea, and other than that, I didn't do like Afghanistan or Iraq or anything. But we were constant, because I was field artillery, so we were constantly in preparation for something. There's a thing called Fort Orwin, NTC, National Training Center, and it's basically simulated war. So we would go out there for like 40 days at a time. So yeah, we did a couple of those cycles. But yeah, it really grew me up. Like I was kind of a knucklehead kid. I wasn't a bad kid. I just really didn't have any direction of what I wanted to do with life. So it really set me on a trajectory of like professionalism. I mean, that's one thing about the military, that I'm very serious about being a professional. Like,
yes,
that was really drilled into us in terms of like, you are a representation of the U.S. government, right? So I'm very serious about being on time, in the right uniform, and like the small things. And
it comes across. It really does. And even if people didn't know you were in the military, there's something about the crispness of your show.
Right.
The authenticity, the excellence.
I appreciate that.
You look good. You sound good. You're funny. I've heard military people talk about detachment. I may not have this detachment anxiety, like when they're going to go on tour or when they have to leave home. Yeah. There's this anxiousness, this... getting a really bad mood, or because you're having to detach. Yeah. Did you?
I felt that. One thing that really was interesting to me was, so I went into basic. I did basic and AIT all together. So it was what they call OSIT. It was like one site training. So most times when you do basic, you go to one location and then you graduate and you go somewhere else. We were all in the same spot. So like the day we graduated from basic, we didn't even have really a graduation. Like we had like this guide on, and they would change the different guide on flag colors. So like graduation week is probably black. So we graduated from basic, and then the next day was AIT, and we got up and the flag was white. And it was like, whoa, what happened to I was like, y'all back at ground zero again. So so we stayed. I remember going to basic in July, and I wasn't finished until December. So I remember missing that first Thanksgiving. And I felt uncomfortable. Like, man, I'm used to, Thanksgiving's a big deal at my home. My family got together. So I missed that Thanksgiving. And then I went home. I made Christmas that year. But then I went to Korea. Oh, man. And then I missed another Thanksgiving. And I think there's something happened. It was just like, hey, if you don't get to make it to things, life goes on. Like, and so my sister says all the time, she says, I don't have FOMO. Like, if I wasn't there, I wasn't there. Like you can't guilt me into like, oh, this person's gonna be there, and like, nah, I'm not coming. Like, I'll do something else.
When you're going away for on tour like you are tonight in Austin, do you have that sense of detachment stuff going on when you're leaving your wife, your family?
No, not really, because, we got so many ways to get in contact.
Yeah,
like, my wife is like, you ready to talk? Like, she's not, she's like, kids want to talk to you.
Yeah, okay.
Like, so
you don't have that.
No. We're constantly texting and FaceTiming and doing the things. But I do kind of get into like my game phase, maybe like 2 hours before the show. Like once we do the meet and greet, I'll be locked in terms of,
So do you write most of your own material?
The majority, probably I would say 98% of my stuff. Because there's always going to be a comedian that sees something and was like, hey man, why don't you do this?
Yeah.
Some even may happen in the show. Somebody will yell something out. And I was like, oh, that's good. I'm gonna add that. Like, so
that's good.
But for the most part, it's I'm writing it.
Oh, it's well written. So good, smart.
Thank you.
Very smart. I'm a singer too. We have a set list.
Yeah.
Like I know what song's coming up. I know all that. How does a comedian what is coming up next? Right. How do you know?
That's a great question. When I first started, I had the set list. Like I had these 5 jokes, and this is where it was going to go. The way I used to do it was in the order of my life. So I would start off when I was in the Army. So I'll do some Army jokes. Then I would maybe talk about my childhood, or then I would talk about going to college. Then I would talk about being married. So I would kind of have like a chronological order of the jokes. But whatever I started with may have been out of order. It might have been like the best jokes I had. So I would start there, but then I would go to my childhood, go to the Army, go to college, go to marriage, and then that's how I would navigate. Now I feel more like it's like I'm calling plays in a game. So it's like, so you're looking at him like, oh man, they're loading up the box. I got to throw, So it's like you kind of making decisions as it's happening.
But you know all of your jokes like songs.
For the most part. Yeah.
Okay.
And for me, I feel like my comedy is like music. Because if you listen to me, I'm very rhythmic. Like I'm very, but like people, my voice already is pleasant to hear. So I think people enjoy listening to my voice. But there is something about the rhythm of my material, and I try to have this kind of my pauses and my facial expression.
Your timing is
I really do work hard on.
That's obvious.
Making it all one instrument, because a lot of times when comedians first start, you focus mostly on your words, like what are you saying? Is that causing people to laugh? But then I remember the stuff that makes me laugh sometimes is not even what a person says. Like it might be a look, like it's like it might be a weird noise, like really, some kind of thing. Yeah. So I started incorporating that stuff too, and then just the body, just using your body as a part of the performance. I think that's when you can master all of that, being physical. Because people wouldn't say that I'm a physical comic, but there are moments in my show where I'm very physical. But I think the joke requires that, so I'll do it. But it just all depends on. I'm trying to provide the best performance I can with the instruments that I have.
Well, you're doing great.
Thank you.
There are 2 things. I have watched that, Mike. I have watched that 1,000 times. And when you're by yourself and you laugh out loud, that's a thing. You don't really laugh out loud. You could chuckle.
Yeah.
But when I saw it, I was alone, and I laughed. I watched it again and again. So how did that come to you?
So I must
people
say,
that don't know the joke.
Yeah, I can. Are y'all gonna play it on the thing, or I can do it?
I can do a little of it.
Yeah, I can do it. So it's not my bit. Like it's a stock bit. Okay. Like it's something that, from what I understand now, because when it posted, people were like, oh, that's an old Irish poem, and I was like, okay. I saw another performer do it, and I was like, okay, I'll do that. And it was early in my career, so it was like,
oh, it was. That's early.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was in the vault. Like I got folks that do my social media, and they've been asking for years, like, hey man, can we put this? And I was like, that's not mine. I don't want to put that out. And I guess one day they just put it up, and man, that thing was like wildfire.
Oh, I have laughed.
It's wildfire. And
your timing.
The timing is great. So basically, it's like the way I would start it, I would say like, as Christians, there's nothing we should worry about. Like we should never worry about anything. But my grandmother told me, that if you're gonna worry, you should worry about two things: whether you're healthy or whether you're sick.
Oh man!
If you're healthy,
you know when you were starting into the joke, I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna go with
yeah,
it.
yeah.
And then you can hear the audience when the audience starts catching on
When they figure
to
out
your
what's
rhythm,
happening, right?
If you will,
So if you got nothing to worry about.
you got nothing to worry about.
But if you're sick, you got two things to worry about. Whether you'll get better, whether you get worse. If you get better,
you got nothing.
you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you get worse,
And that's where the audience catches on.
you got two things
And
to
I
worry about.
started to laugh. When you get to that end, I'm telling you, I fell out of my chair. Well,
But yeah, it's
you
that-
got to go here. All right, where do people see that particular joke?
It's on like Instagram. It's not on my page.
Okay.
But it's put two things Mike Goodwin and it'll come
My
up.
Goodwin, and is the joke called something?
Two things, I
Two
think.
things.
Yeah, two things.
Oh,
It'll
listen,
come up.
listen to me. Do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor. I don't want to give it away here. Do yourself a favor and pull up Mike Godwin. Two things. You will roar. You will thank me later. Mike, I've heard, don't know this to be true. I've asked a few comedians, but some comedians tell me they became comedians because of the darkness of something they went through.
Yeah.
Have you found that to be true? Is it true for yourself?
I think comedy or laughter and pain or sorrow is the same side of the other coin, right? Like, so the same thing that brought you much pain and hurt, at some point, you put enough time between it, you may laugh at it, right? So I think there is a truth to the truth of comedy can be funny. But I also think like guys like myself and guys that do it the way we do it are examples of how to have a thriving, flourishing career and have a thriving, flourishing life. Like you can have a family. And not be abusing drugs or alcohol or not be depressed and anxiety ridden, right? Like there's a level of like, you gotta get out of the darkness. And I think comedy, much like anything else, the darkness can consume you if you allow it. And it could be the fuel in which kind of powers. That was never me. What did power my comedy was feeling slighted and being like underestimated. So if folks would like, oh, who's this Mike Goodwin guy? So I would come with this chip on my shoulder. Then it got to a point where people like, oh man, I love your stuff. And I'm like, oh no, you're not supposed to love my stuff. Like, hey man, I need you to not like me. I need to. So I had to reorient like how I looked at doing it. Matter of fact, one of the earliest lessons, my faith was very instrumental when I talked about bombing for those 2 years. A big part of that is because I was full of pride. Like when I was on stage early, I was doing what I thought a comedian would be doing. Like I wasn't up there for the audience. I wasn't up there to bring laughter. I was like enamored with myself. Like I was just peacocking around, look at my cool glasses, look at my bow tie. Right. And I would have these terrible sets. And I remember crying out to God, like, I think I know that I'm supposed to be doing this, because I would have nights where it would go well, but for the majority of it, it wasn't. And I remember talking to God, and he basically was like, hey man, you're not up there for the audience. And I was like, oh, I wasn't even looking people in their eyes. I was looking over their heads. I was like a robot. It was like somebody pushed play and I went out there and did my deal. And it really like opened my eyes to like, you're not ministering to people. You're not talking to people. You're not connected. You're up there because you feel good about being a comedian. Like you have no desire to minister, right? And so now before every show, my wife texts me. She says, have fun and bless the people. So that's like that's my motivation. You know, if I'm having fun and I'm blessing it, like it's a good night, right?
You're taking people away from their
100%, 100%. And I don't have any kind of, I said this the other night, don't listen to me. I failed geometry in the 10th grade. Like, I'm not the guy, man. Like, I'm here to give you some laughs.
Yeah, man. You need
like,
some laugh.
Good medicine. I say dumb stuff. Like, don't Don't make me that guy. I'm not your pastor.
Yeah,
I'm not this
we're going
expert.
We're going on a journey.
Yeah.
For an hour.
Yeah,
hour
man.
and a half.
I'm sharing, but you
Yeah,
know,
we gonna
like
laugh.
I might like shoes that you don't like. Don't hey man. Mike doesn't wear Reeboks. Like, hey man. That don't mean you shouldn't wear Reeboks.
You can.
So I'm not even doing.
Yeah.
And I write jokes, and somebody asked me about this. I write jokes where 100% of the room. It's my desire that 100% of the people in the audience will laugh. Like, regardless of your political leanings, what part of the country you're from. When I say something, I want it to be so funny that everybody can agree. Hey man, that's a good joke,
funny.
right? Like, I'm not trying to make this group happy and that group like. I'm just, hey man, if you here tonight and you took the time to buy tickets and to come out
I know it.
and to get a babysitter, do all the things, man. I don't want to waste your time.
Yeah.
I don't want my time to be wasted, and I refuse to waste other people's time.
that's
So that's
good.
how I approach my craft, with that attitude.
Mike, you are fantastic. Thank you
thank
for giving us your time here
Yes,
just
sir.
before your show. You're just a great man of God. It's a joy, joy, joy. Just to be in your presence, I feel better already.
Man, I appreciate
And I can't wait to see you tonight.
Oh, man, we're going, Pastor.
If you have not seen Mike Goodwin, do yourself a favor. Look up his itinerary. Get to where he's going to be. Even if you have to fly there, drive there, get there, it will lift your spirit. Mike, Lord bless you and
Thank
your
you.
family.
Thank
Bless
you.
you.